Hey everyone, Shiv here. So we're going to be taking a look at this priest deck that I was playing on stream earlier. Now my stream was asking, is like, oh Shiv, show us a good priest deck, and so I found this on Hearthstone. It actually was kind of cool looking, and I played it for like 6 matches and won 5 of them. So that's not really a good test, but hey, it was a fun deck. Anytime you can have fun playing a deck rather than just feel like you're going through the motions, I think that's important. Now, deck runs a lot of unusual and probably not overly used priest cards, i.e., it's got light bombs. It's also using Death Lord. Again, something you generally don't see. The concept of the deck is all about messing with your opponent's head, in all honesty. You're taking stuff from their deck, you're stealing stuff off their board, and you have multiple ways of doing it. It's really nice. And surprisingly enough, there is no mind control in the deck. I was kind of shocked by that too. But instead of going for the mind control option, instead it goes for the bigger minion option that it's planning on getting out quicker. And yes, I know I should have probably edited this part out right here, but, well, if you've ever watched any of my other videos, you know, fuck that shit. I'm still learning the software, so give me a break. Alright. So yes, we went with the Northshire Cleric because that's the smartest play you can make here. He really can't do anything. We're going to coin out the Death Lord, and pretty much he's going to be in a bad situation. And there's not much he can really do about it because Druids don't really have an answer to Death Lord right away. And actually, they don't have an answer for him really all that often. But when they do get it, it's quite devastating. Like I said, he took forever today to decide his play. As you can tell, it's still. So he goes with the Annoyatron because, you know, people are tired of aggro. Alright, so I decide, hey, might as well get this off the board. It's going to weaken my position just slightly, but I'm still going to get a card draw out of it. And, oh, look at that. A Power Word Shield does another card draw. So, lots of options here. Lots and lots of options. But he goes with a 3-drop, then and the heal is absolutely wasted. Again, this guy was teched against aggro. Very much so. Actually, it's kind of funny how much he was teched against aggro. Alright, so we go for another card draw. We don't really get anything else, but we still maintain the status quo. We're kind of delaying building our hand. That way we can get some really good value out of Emperor Thorazan. See, it's at this point you have to start worrying because Druids play things like Swipe and Wrath, and having something that can basically increase their effectiveness is a scary situation. Truth be told, I was kind of expecting to possibly top deck a minion. Or not a minion, Velen's Chosen here any time, considering how quickly I was going through the deck. Did not happen, but I made do with what I had. Now there's an inherent downside to playing Deathlord against Druid, though. Alright? Though Druids may not have an easy answer for it, they can eventually get through it. And when they do, it has a really nasty consequence. So he goes for the Starfall, which I was actually kind of shocked he was running Starfall, to be perfectly honest with you. And he got his own Emperor out. This was a nightmare scenario. By the way, remember that Velen's Chosen I was waiting for? There it is. Alright, so I had a couple of ways I could have approached this, but I wanted to do it a little bit different so I would at least have a more sustainable board. Alright? Long as the Shredder is there, it's still worth 1 minion. Even when they kill it, it's still worth 1 minion. And having the second minion on there is definitely going to help in board states, especially considering all the stuff in his hand just got cheaper. So having more minions on the board than he does is kind of impactful right now. So he goes with the Druid of the Claw, just to get rid of that. And he gives me a Hyena, which, let's be honest, is kind of crap. But it's still something on the board. So he goes with the Annoyotron, a very safe play. Now the proper play here is actually Hyena into the Annoyotron and then using the Holy Nova. So this is actually a minor misplay. Don't do this at home. This is bad. We go and get the piloted Shredder back. That's the greatness of Resurrect, in all honesty. You can get so much value out of it. Now, if I'd have played the Resurrect after Emperor Thurazan, that could have been even better. Really could have. You know, 1 mana brings something back on the board. That's huge value. But I didn't. But we get a Knife Juggler. Now, this is actually a really good minion to get. Now we have several options here. I go for the slightly safer one because I'm always in concern of the Force of Nature combo. So I'm now lowering the cost of my board. And this is going to force him to deal with that. He's got several options he could use. A Force of Nature would wipe that out pretty nicely. And actually he could do the combo right now and wipe my entire board. But he did not have it. Instead, what he went for was probably one of the worst plays of, you know, oh, I must get the Emperor out of here because I can't have this wrecking me. He got no defensive value off his Druid of the Claws, which is hilariously funny. So instead, he takes 5 to the face and goes for the trade. He's left with nothing else he could play that turn, which is kind of sad. Alright, I go for the reduced rag, do the play, and I'm thinking of making, you know, he's probably going to kill the rag, so let's do the safe thing and, you know, pull some cards. We get the Kel'Thuzad and basically a card draw, which is going to be really important here. And unfortunately, that's all there is. If you like this video, please like and share. Until next time, have a nice time.